Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of the 7-part Pact Preview AP. That that rhymed. I wasn't even trying. That rhymed.
The magic is
You
here.
fool, you've cursed us all. The Fae are coming.
uh, left to right. Please give your names, pronouns, and a bit about your character. Starting with Ira Vega.
Hello, I'm Ira Prince. I use its pronouns, and I am playing the Pax Necromancer, Vega Mazerat. Overcooked limp noodle of a wizard. Getting his bearings poorly.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm Sasha. I use she, it pronouns. My character is Zephyrus the Hierophant. Sorry, I brain fart. My character is the Wizard of the Common People. Last episode, um, I created a home for miscellaneous misfits in society in the temple kitchen. That's what my character is up to.
Yeah.
Yay.
Hi, I am Wendy Rifson of Pippin. My pronouns are she, her. I play Neil, Ol Shal Neil, the Warlock. Neil is a perfectly fine and upstanding member of society, which means that he has recently eaten someone alive. Um, and in order to, protect the realm from ruffians and bandits, which was a move that was celebrated by all as very smart and not evil at all, because Neil is a swell dude.
Yeah.
No. Um, I'm Lilith Lilac Leviathan, she, it pronouns. I'm playing Dennis, the Sea Wizard.
Dennis!
That's all.
We love tennis.
You don't get to know what I'm up to.
Hello. I am Molly Darling, she, they. I am playing Sheridan the Faustian, charged with keeping the devil at bay, even though he will one day consume me.
Hell yeah. We do not have Jay today, playing Orm the Old. I am Eclipse, she, they. I am playing Sleepyhead, the sorcerer who recently is supposed to take good care of the tower and the wizards and their affairs, but also recently obtained. What was the name of this item? Oh gosh, where did I put this?
I have it here, one sec.
Something of the Wizard King.
It's
The
like
cloak
talisman?
of the Wizard King.
Yeah.
It was a necklace, I believe.
Yeah, it was a necklace.
Which would be the King of Diamonds.
It's strange that I didn't mark this down. Or if I did, I
It
put
is
it.
the talisman of the Wizard King.
Okay.
I have a little card on your thing, but it's not labeled. Same with Zephyrus's new lover
Okay.
on both of your sheets.
Cool.
Oh
But
my
it's
god, my
again, not
lover.
labeled.
Thank you for reminding me.
Exactly.
Could you send me the details for the talisman of the Wizard King?
Yes,
Sorry.
I absolutely can. No, it's all right.
Just realizing that I don't have that written down on my sheet for some reason. Okay, but yeah, last time we were rolling right into the wizard moot, so yeah, is that right? I think. Does anyone remember?
It is
the
right.
mood.
I think we did the moon, did we not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's when Vega and Neil did their like sworn oath thing.
Oh
No,
yeah.
the wizard
Oh.
moot. The wizard moot we did when we did that. We was where we ended the first stream, and we pointedly hoped to begin with the wizard moot this month because we thought that Jay would be back, and alas,
Oh,
do not have
yeah.
Jay with us. Um, but the wizard moot has not been done, and we hoped to announce the consequences of many actions. Because
That's right.
Neil was going to discuss how he dealt with the other gang. That was like things to discuss, I believe. Also, we had set up the faces of the moon pointing at the wizard moot for this very purpose, I believe.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Ooh.
So yeah, we are in the wizard moot. So yeah, Sleepyhead, who I think looks slightly different, longer hair, maybe less of a beard, more of like a scarf covering the lower side of her face of quote unquote his face. Uh, Actually, hang on, I have the art that I made of. I'll put up the art that I made of how I think Sleepyhead looks right now, really quick. Um, but
Ooh.
yeah, sitting on his throne. Um, who is first to arrive?
I mean, Dennis, as usual, here pretty early. Docked in the night before. You know how it is.
Snoop Dennis as usual, I say. No. Um, yeah,
Oh, I was muted, but I just laughed really hard at that. Just so you know.
Yeah. Sleepyhead would give Dennis a little nod, um, as he enters. Who would be next?
I'd probably be
think-
prompt enough.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd probably be prompt enough. Just in my usual garb, I'm taking my place on the throne around the orrery.
Nice.
Neil would arrive like right on time. Um, his familiar carrying his familiar, the giant skeletal goat, which he hates but also has everywhere with him at all times, carrying a very ornate box uh, in its bony maw.
Vega probably slinks in. Does that makes Vega last because Orm is not here? Yeah, Vega slinks in.
I'm
Oh no,
sorry,
no, you
either.
haven't. Zephyrus hasn't gotten here.
Smile.
Then yeah, Vega slinks in and plops into his lead throne and is probably resisting the urge to immediately put his head down on whatever big circular table is there and going to sleep immediately.
Love that.
Who's sleeping on the orrery, please?
Zephyrus is probably last. I don't know if any of you wizards, I don't know if any of you wizards have sex, but for those of you who do, I visibly have been bottoming all morning.
That's awesome.
Dude up.
So that's me. And yeah, I was shuffling hastily to my seat. Um, um, this time I don't apologize. Fuck you guys.
Well, this is not in
Good for
character,
him.
but let's see who is the one who is getting fucked here.
God. Also, Sleepyhead looks like this. Looks like this.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, so
Oh,
cute.
Really
Oh.
popped off with this one.
Wait, where?
In the
On the
shrine.
String.
Oh, I love her, baby. I love her.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
She
is
is a
distinctly wearing this talisman of the Wizard King. But he will not be commenting on it. And just kind of gently puts her pact fragment down presses the point against the stone floor, and looks towards the others. Well, it seems we're all gathered once again. Um, there are many matters that I'm very curious about this time around. Um, Necromancer, let's begin with you. What occurs in your domain?
The thing is that I barely remember, and so I'm going to say that Vega barely remembers. And so after staring at the orrery for a long moment, he goes, "Nothing got out. That's what I've got for you this month."
God.
Well done.
It's what little we
Thanks.
can hope for in the gates of death. And Hierophant.
Okay, I this time Zephyrus is very both visibly distracted and also keeping stuff to himself. Because he doesn't want you all to know what he spent most of last month doing. Um uh so Zephyrus is probably going to make himself as small as possible during this meeting. And he's like, "Well, I did the usual stuff. I tended to my temple. I married some farmers. Um, I I I even had some time to read to my daughter. So that's what I've been up to."
Hmm. Got it. And
He's also like blushing very hard. He's, I think, very bad at keeping secrets.
um, there's probably like a thin like a barely noticeable like warmth in Sleepyhead's cheeks as she watches Zephyrus speak. Um,
Yeah,
uh,
I think we smile knowingly at each other across the floor.
um, Sleepyhead will look towards Neil and clear her throat. And what occurs in the courts?
Well, as was discussed last moot, the so-called bandit queen and has been dealt with as per arrangement, as per our contract with Vega Masrot. I present proof of my fulfillment of our pact, and with this, um, the 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 giant skeletal ram just like very carefully and like almost reverently like places the box in front of Vega, and Neil like gestures to Vega to open it.
Vega cracks the lid, and he kind of takes a whiff inside, and he goes, "That is not my sister."
Your sister has very astutely observed, uh, as expected of the necromancer. This is the one who secreted your sister away. Your sister was placed in the care of your servant, the nun, the one you sent with me. I trust
Oh.
that she came through. Did she not?
There's a Family Guy style hard cut flashback, to Sister Asphyxia and Sister Misadventure, like knocking on Vega's chamber door and trying to be like, "Sir, we have the incense. Sister has your and through a closed door, Vega going, "Leave me, leave me." And then we cut back to the wizard moot, and Vega goes, "Oh, probably. Probably. Well, what's he opens the box again, and then he closes it.
Yeah,
What's this? This is bits. This is bandit bits.
This is like inside. You clearly see that the bones have been like you see this is a full and very neatly packed skeleton. Like this is the kind of skeleton you'd find in a museum. It has been like if you didn't know better, if you thought that if you didn't know better, you could almost think that someone licked this guy's bones clean.
No, I think that's what happened.
Maybe. Who can say? Who can say, really?
Yeah.
No one, because in the court, everyone keeps their murder secrets. And what, Anil will say is, I provide to you the proof, ineluctable, of how your problem was dealt with. Let it not be said that I do not summon the forces necessary to the protection of my Pact brothers.
Okay, thanks, Neil.
You are quite welcome. And he raises his hand in like a very almost cheery manner, but like it's still this massive 2-story tall guy in black armor, so it goes clunk. And he tries to like lower it. He's almost going to lower it to like give you a hearty pat on the back and like catches himself before it fucking obliterates you.
Vega would have instinctively flinched at that and kind of like coiled himself in the very bottom seat of his throne to try to avoid it.
My apologize.
Yeah, no, that's got it. We're not. There's none of that.
Yes. I I simply I would also like to address a few things. When I was set to deal with that problem, I consulted each and every one of you for your opinions on the matter. I would like to state that I tried my best to apply each and every one of your tips, shall I say. Zephyrus, as I observed them as you told me to observe them, not members of your community. Orm, if he were there, I would tell him that I taught them to fear us once again. And Sleepyhead, as much as possible, I kept the bloodshed to a minimum. I believe that in this you were right, and I would like to thank each and every one of you for your guidance. That is all.
We appreciate your continued humility and work toward the betterment of the pact, Neil. And thank you for handling that. Well, Dennis, what goes on
Yeah.
in the seas?
Honestly, nothing much. Brought a keg of kelp ale. If anyone wants any.
Oh,
The been mostly just tending to the kelp forests near my home. Grew those trees for you, Neil.
Neil inclines his head and reaches to the keg to grab like a mug of kelp ale. It looks like a shot glass between his hands.
Mhm. Nobles suck.
Neil nods once again.
It's, you know, luckily I was too tired to sweep a couple of those fuckers out to sea. He chuckles a little bit. That's
I appreciate your restraint. That would have made my work quite difficult. This is a joke.
yeah. Uh, yeah, that's about a very uneventful month for me.
I would advise caution in drinking during the Pact meeting. Well, I'm sure some of us know how that turns out. But,
Yeah.
Maybe it would be better if we all had a little, so it was universal.
After the moot, maybe.
yes, that could work. Alright. Sheridan.
Sheridan had a relatively busy month, and I think they get into some of like minutia and like busy work of that. The important thing is though, while they are like going over this and pointedly not addressing it, there is a moment, Sleepyhead, where they just like look at the talisman and like look at you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like a very much like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
Good.
I think Sleepyhead kind of smiles, like a little bit eerily, and Sleepyhead will say, "I continue to monitor the fates, dreams. There are mechanisms at play, but I cannot necessarily discern their entire nature. Not yet. When I can, I will let you know."
Seems like they've discerned yours.
Oh. Maybe. Well,
Piercing gaze from behind a metal faceplate.
yeah, very, very I know what you are moments.
Yeah.
And absolutely like no comment. It is perfectly cold and devoid of any of any like substance. It's just there.
Yeah. And yeah, Sleepyhead will kind of look towards the others and say, is there anything else? Any other matters of note?
Hmm.
A cold silence rolls in. When
Vega is like actively rummaging through that box of bones and just like pulling some out and looking at them.
you can't tell, but Neil is smiling behind his helmet.
Shit, sorry.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, everyone. Something got messed up. It's fine. Okay.
His courtship is working. He's happy.
Yeah. Yeah, if no one has anything, Sleepyhead will say, dismissed, and you're welcome to, partake of that beverage if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep this here.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Alright.
so much you have no idea.
Okay. Yeah, so, uh, what's the word? Yeah, we're out of wizard mood.
Yay.
So, uh, I believe we're heading into the next month, so we should turn the orrery.
Hell yeah. Turn it up. Turn it up.
Yeah. Okay. Let me do that really quickly. So, we're gonna rotate things. Gonna become the rotator. We didn't do this like preemptively, right?
I think
No.
so.
No, because last month was June. I'm 99% sure.
Ooh, okay, that's working. Sorry, I, I was idly testing things while y'all were talking, but I will not. I'll probably integrate this stuff during the break. A little way to tell who's talking on the left side, which I believe I just figured out.
Yay.
Which I probably should have figured out off stream, but you know, I have autism. Please excuse me. All right, so I just turned that one. Oop. 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 And boop. How does the sun just moves to the next month,
To the
right?
next month, yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Do these things on the outside move at all? The green, yellow?
I think
No,
those
those
are
are
the
the king, I
king's
believe.
placements.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, these are for me to figure out what I should be looking at.
Gotcha. Okay. So, next we're going to do our Watching the Stars. So if you go to your book, just to remind everyone, because we have not played in a little while, and you find your Watching the Stars section, there will be details on how to read the orrery for this month. I'm not missing anything else, right?
I think that's it.
Okay. Cool. Yes, we are now in a we are now in the visions phase. And we can also all take
Yay.
our tokens back.
How do I rotate you? Yes.
I'm always asking this about, I don't know.
Women.
Women, yeah. How do I rotate women? I need to rotate more
You
ladies.
charge them.
You pick them up.
Everyone
Fair.
in my domain is having meltdowns.
Devil's going to be
Yeah,
pretty
the
active
sun.
with the
The,
Hierophant
the
again.
king is being an idiot this
Oh
month.
wait, I thought it was my token, but it was the sun.
Oh,
no.
Sorry.
it's okay.
no.
I think I remember. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good.
As one does.
Eventually.
Sorry.
She takes the moon and she takes the sun.
That was good. I laughed.
Yeah. Okay.
Notably, as I say this aloud as I read up on it for our dear audience, last month a cult began in the library.
Yeah.
Which means now that every time I do the little upkeep phase, the cult has a source of power. I may choose either place 2 extra cards from the Devil's deck into that community, or create a consequence for that associated wizard. I think I'm going to play some cards, as Jay is not here, and that seems the more interesting option.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna do myself a favor and just put the domain's months on their nightmares. I know this means nothing to anyone but me, but
Yeah, maybe.
I get you.
yeah, making things easier for myself.
Okay.
And then, all right. So currently, for those watching, we're all going to be looking at the orrery and determining how it affects our wizardly domains, and then we're all gonna kind of talk about that. We're gonna go around and talk about that. Aries, Taurus, Gemini,
We
Cancer.
will each ask questions of each other at various points of this as
Yeah.
we pour over our tones.
Our mysterious tomes.
Just give us a silly.
Yeah. Oh, that's 4. Holy shit. Okay. Oh. Oh my god. Woof.
Each weapon store. Duplicate it.
Love trying to find a little cheat sheet I made for myself by just searching the word consequences on my Google Drive.
Yeah.
Real.
Okay, I am good.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no, I do another thing as well.
Alright, so let me write down what's actually happening.
Because your lover remains Zephyrus, I move a little card somewhere.
Wait, sorry, can you say that again?
Oh, it's not important for your side of things. It's because your lover remains. I'm moving another card from the Devil's deck, or into the Devil's deck rather.
Oh, true. That was the trade-off that we made. I only kind of understand what happened there.
It's very much my side of things. It's sort of like, hey, would you like this cool thing that benefits you, and then I have to worry about it. It's one of those.
Thanks for taking on my problem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there are inscrutable things happening.
That's kind of how this game is. You're just like moving pieces around a board. It's like, oh yes, the Devil's deck.
Okay. Who do I have?
I might do a big swing.
Have I pestered Vega recently?
I don't know that
No.
Vega has been pestered by you specifically.
Okay, I'm gonna pester Vega.
Hooray!
Yay!
Yay!
I'm going on a pester
Let's
quest.
shake the noodle.
Don't you dare say that.
So true.
Why? What's wrong
Who
with
up-
shaking the noodle? Are
who up
you
shaking their
anti-noodle
noodle?
shaking?
Who up shaking their noodle?
Wait, that's 0.
Well, my brothers, keepers, I have several questions for some of you, and I have one most funny news that requires the input of any who wish to bring it.
Yeah.
Yes, for the king has the king has shaken his noodle as it happens, and has fathered a child.
Oh.
So I ask of
Oh.
all of you, do I know the mother? And it is up for you to decide. This is not up for any specific wizard to discuss. Like, I ask all of you, am I aware of who the mother is? And, in 9 months, the child will be born and enter the court unless, she dies.
I feel like there's no way there's someone banging the king without Neil knowing about it.
Mm-hmm.
We do be having a lot of spies, is the thing.
Yeah.
I feel I want to specifically ask Zephyrus about this because I feel that's the kind of Zephyrus is being the hierophant, is the person who cares about the people of the island. So I'm curious what Zephyrus think. But again, everyone's welcome to pitch in if you have an especially funny thing to suggest.
Patrick Rising continues to be a shithead because he wants to be a two-faced spy. So true.
What was that?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was talking to myself. I should have
Oh,
muted.
okay. Sorry. I thought you were answering my question.
Yeah, we're also. I think we're still kind of figuring out our end of things.
That is perfectly
Oh,
fair.
sorry. What was your question?
Oh yeah, I was asking if you wanted to tell me who the mother of the king's child is. If you
Oh,
wanted to
okay.
decide who that is. If you want to
Okay.
decide that.
I think the king fucked a pirate.
Ugh.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I think.
That's fun.
In that case, it almost would be kind of interesting if this is something that the king specifically kept from Neil, which like normally does not happen. Not like refresh my memory, but
Neil is probably so pissed off about that.
I mean, so if Neil doesn't know, Neil isn't pissed off. But Neil would probably know and also doesn't care because he knows anyway. And he's like, yeah, you see me like the king already sees Neil as a buffoon, is the thing.
Mm,
And
yeah.
like Neil doesn't give a shit. Like the king to Neil is like just happens to be the center of the board of the game that he is playing, and that's like like he kind of cares about the guy, but in the same way that you might care about some of the characters in your Animal Crossing village. Like he does not take it personally.
Hell yeah. Okay.
The king is not real and cannot hurt you.
Pretty much.
Do
Okay,
not
so
fear
what's
the
9
king.
months from now? Hang on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so next April.
I have some kind of fucked up problems to deal with this month. I'm kind of scared.
Oh no.
Scary.
I have two problems, and they are an ill omen has been found by the monks prophesizing doom for Isha, which is a second rank problem.
Mm.
And then the King's Guard cracks down on illegal activities in the underbelly of Ishana and tensions run high, which starts at the second rank, which I already have on my board as a rank 1 problem.
Yeah.
So actually, what does happen if I get a duplicate of the same problem? Do I get another identical problem? Or does it go up by 2 ranks?
I would say that it becomes a rank 2. Like, I would say it goes up a rank, and it becomes one problem.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's currently rank 1. So you think that this problem would replace it at rank 2, or do you think it should go all the way up to rank 3?
So if it's currently rank 1, I think it should become rank 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
understood.
And, like, yeah, there shouldn't... Yeah. Okay. Oh, and actually, I need to do Faustine.
Oh,
Okay. I was like, I had Faustine or Librarian, and I forgot. I forgot.
sometimes you forget. Sometimes you have a cult in the library and you still kind of have to deal with that.
Yeah. Uh,
Whoa. Whoa, whoa.
It's very amusing. I'm not going to cast any theories or gossip about this, but Sleepyhead disappears around the time a cult devoted to various libations and pleasures opens up in the college. It's fascinating.
oh, you know.
Area. I'll be right back. Gotta use the restroom.
Okay.
I love the sexy librarian cult. I think that they're so funny.
They're kind of awesome.
Yeah,
Mind you, this is a cult within the library, so it's not necessarily actually so specifically, right? It is these students and professors.
Ooh, there's some problematic power dynamics here. I like it.
Might just be students, might just be professors, but I think that's a play to find out, sort of thing.
Yeah. I'm sad that we do not have our librarian to find out. Okay. Chainkeeper, are you ready to answer some questions for me, please?
Yes, I have an answer to one of them. So notably, someone dangerous to the Pact joins the court. Ask the Chainkeeper about them and their agenda. I think...
I feel like there's an obvious answer, but also,
And maybe this isn't irritating, right? If there is guidance on where, but I think what has happened is there is a new tutor of the various, princesses and the daughters, and I think it's just we have 2 daughters, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so a new tutor for them from the college, who may or may not be reeking of the devil.
I return.
Hello.
Hello.
How would you describe as their agenda as, like, a first person description of that?
I'd say just further the devil's will.
Okay. My second question to you would be, what are the consequences that appears from the king continuing to be a shithead because he wants to be a two-faced spy? Like this, other consequences appear for, again, the other wizards, not me. That's not my problem. My boy.
I think there's a discussion we've had before. I believe this is other as opposed to you, so it is Faustian inclusive, because the language there is a little bit.
Like the way it's like the way it weighs, like the way specifically it is said is. As the Chainkeepers, what consequences appears for other wizards? But yeah, anyway, what happens?
I'm gonna be a bitch about this. I'm gonna do 1 or 2 things just to shake shit up.
Huh?
So just give me a moment.
Oh yeah, perfectly fine.
Love gaming.
Yeah.
Gaming.
That's fascinating. Sorry, you'll see some weird flashes of things. I'm trying to set up something while we do this.
No worries.
Scary.
While we peruse our tomes.
Yeah, whilst the wizards peruse their tomes, I'm just gonna do something to make things a little bit more legible.
I think Vika's going to be going back to playing hooky from the moot this month.
Oh.
And he was doing so well.
Damn.
We should probably decide tokens. I mean, it's up to you. We should probably decide tokens after everybody's good on their stuff.
Yeah, so I think there's only one consequence that is like thoroughly appealing to me. Sorcerer.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The scheming of the king demands that he take a greater role in the narrative. Take the Sorcerer's Omen deck and assign a card of your choice from it to any character, making them narratively important.
Oh.
So if you would just send me a list of the tarot cards that are unused, and I can... I have my own notes on that, I think, somewhere.
Okay, so here's the question. What happens... This is adding or changing the role, is that right?
So, hold on. Are they already a role?
The king is a role, yes.
The king is currently a role. If that is the case, then I think what is happening is a random omen card has been stolen from your deck.
Oh.
So you just randomly take a card, and if you would like to get it back, you would have to spend time to put it back into the deck.
Okay, let me draw a... Here we go. Let's say... Random nature. Who has...
There's a little bit of interference with
yeah, someone's got a sound. Okay. Let's see, has that one been used? No, okay, so let me just write that down.
Are you available, Starkeeper?
Me?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
So I have two questions for you. First, the agenda. You choose the agenda of a member of the king's inner circle, so his love, his guide, his hero, his friend. This agenda occurs. Create gifts and consequences as appropriate.
Oh boy. Okay.
Creating so many gifts and consequences right now.
I do really like the idea of the Red Hand veteran getting revenge on the Otter Gang.
Yeah, let's just keep piling on the other gang. I think nothing bad will happen from that.
Well, I think what's the idea that's funny. So I how is there are there rules for providing gifts and
It is up to your discretion.
okay. I think what's gonna happen here. I feel like because oh god, I could get really gnarly here if I wanted to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give both the Warlock and the Mariner a consequence here.
Oh.
Yes.
I am going to I'm going to introduce a new servant to the court. Starting from the top left. And they are a privateer. And their goal is to assassinate the king.
What are they? Disastrous, seductive, a courtesan?
I think they're disastrous. I think that the direct attack on the Otter Gang has spread them to the winds. But it is also a time of opportunity for them, and this particular one has managed to kind of worm his way into the court.
Yeah, they're getting desperate, and also I made their leader into a martyr. I have made all of this worse. This is normal.
Absolutely. Actually, here I'll show the Warlock's domain for a second here. So that's the, if you look in the top left, we got the privateer, and then Mariner. Let me oh, sorry, it's this one. Okay. Mariner. I am going to. Am I actually going to do anything here? I might do a general consequence for you. I think a pirate is going to steal. Let me actually decide which treasure is going to be stolen. Yeah, well, one of these scattered pirates, kind of as a last act of vengeance against. I think the pirates feel specifically slighted by the wizards just because of the presence of Neil, and you know, the Otter Gang was repeatedly visited by wizards, and so I think they're going to steal. Your compass, which always points towards your home, no matter how far away you travel.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So you can get that back, but it is stolen. And yeah, I think that's the full of the consequences there.
That's fun.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, that's that.
I believe so, and I believe I have another one. Hang on. Oh yeah, and you choose a member of the court, move them closer to the king, pushing others out of the way.
I'm moving that privateer up.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Of course. It's trying to get into the king's bed. It's extremely good.
Yeah, definitely the courtesan.
Wait, does that make him the pregnant one? Because
No. Oh, that could be it.
because
That
the
would be
mother of
really
the
good.
king's kid, in this case the father of the king's kid, is a pirate, and privateer is
Oh,
adjacent. Is this all
True.
together?
True.
Very good.
this might be
True.
happening at the same
True.
time.
I mean,
I
have we?
agree. I agree. I agree.
This rules.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really good.
This is great. I love it.
I'm going to commit some princesside. Yay!
What?
It's scary. Okay.
Evil.
Do we wanna, I guess, I have some stuff, well, I'm trying to think, because we kind of went in a weird order here. We kind of just did things as they came up. Um, let's,
do like an overview.
yeah, let's do an overview. So we'll go, because I have stuff that applies to people, but I'll do that when it comes to me. So let's go Necromancer on, and we'll talk about what happened in Watching the Stars, starting with Vega.
So Venus is in alignment with Saturn, which means, which means one of my allies within death falters and cannot guard their gate until you spend time visiting them at their gate. This has already happened to my other ally, but Vega has been avoiding visiting him because he's his dead work dad and he doesn't want to. So now both of my allies within death are just kind of what I imagine by falters is I'm really just imagining them like sitting on the floor of this immense plane with their head in their hands. So that's what I'm going to have to deal with. That was my only Watching the Stars thing though, because I'm pretty sure Mercury is not in alignment. It's just like almost touching. So got off a little easy this month. Oh, and also we didn't go over this from last time, but the Tide of Tithes is the foe of death that was created by the I can't remember her name. She had such a great name, but the Queen of Bandits, the Queen of Bandits martyrdom did result in the Tide of Tithes being a foe of death. I was thinking about it. I don't think that Vega has made that connection at all. I don't think he has any idea that that's the origin.
Even with the bones in hand?
Well, yeah, because he's like, well, there's some bones. I'm gonna go home and deal with that. Like,
Oh god.
What was it, Destiny
oh
de
god,
Silva?
he's so bad at his
That's
job. I love
so
him.
funny.
his thing is he's so convinced that being the necromancer means I deal with my domain and nothing else that it's not occurring to him to draw these lines. He's that I've connected the dots mean he's connected no dots whatsoever.
Good.
He
So
ain't
funny.
connected shit. That's good. I love him. I need to put him in a box.
Awesome. Okay, Hierophant.
Oh, that's neat. So I have two main things. Firstly, Mars is in conjunction with Jupiter in Sagittarius. An ill omen has been found by the monks, prophesizing doom for Isha. This problem begins at the second rank. And then Mars is in conjunction with Jupiter in Scorpio also. So the King's Guard cracks down on the illegal activities in the underbelly of Ishana and tensions run high. This problem begins at the second rank. So that one is the same as last month because they overlapped in Scorpio last month too. So I'm gonna focus on that problem this month.
Cool. I'm just imagining like a monk in the Sonic Says pose, like a guy with a gray beard. It's like, Doom for Isha,
Yeah.
that's no good. Anyway.
True. Truth.
Warlock,
See-
are there any bits that we didn't hit on?
How real and how true.
Neil?
Yes. Yes, you ask.
Is there anything that we didn't hit on in Watching the Stars?
No, I think I've done. Yeah, I've done all the things I needed to do.
Gotcha. Mariner?
Okay, so because we move into summer, shit's going north. As you can see, there
Goodbye.
are. Huh?
Sorry.
Um, uh, as you can see, there are a number of storms going on. The Central Isles. There's still a typhoon in the Bay of Shana. Um, and several storms around there.
Scary.
Yeah. I have to do something about that typhoon, else Ishana becomes isolated and can't get stuff.
Hmm.
Okay. Faustian.
Okay, so with the movements of the stars and also the workings of the cult amongst the students and professors, there have been 4 cards placed down on the various communities of Isha. So I'll have my work cut out for me. Beyond that, that's pretty much everything from me.
Okay. I'm about to make a lot of things way worse. So
Hey.
hi everybody. Actually, I'm just gonna put the domain capture here. I guess it won't be like size cut. Whatever. Okay. So, yeah, we'll just keep that. So, couple things. Couple things are gonna happen. First things first. I have consequences for both the Hierophant and the Mariner.
Oh.
Yay, consequences.
Yeah, Hierophant, I have a fairly simple one for you. Uh, uh, trade ships have been coming in to pretty much all of the isles and just dumping cheap grain, and selling it at way cheaper than the farms of the isles can make themselves, and that is a tier 1 problem. Um, and Mariner, um, your wife is in danger.
God.
Your wife has been receiving threatening letters from uh, a mafia from the lands beyond Isha. Um, so the way that works is I'm wait, let me. Yes, your one of your companions is in danger and needs and need of assistance. You need to spend time this week to help them, or else she'll be unable to provide care.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's that one. And then Necromancer, you have another visitor.
Oh.
This time from the yes, more more worshippers of Soren. They really enjoy your company. Yeah.
Wait,
And
did I get a consequence? I'm sorry.
yes, you did. Uh, ships are coming across Isha and dumping cheap grain, and that is a tier 1 problem. Because it is making it impossible for the farmers of Isha to make a living.
Also, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, sorry. I'm good.
I was gonna say, could you repeat my visitor because I missed it.
Yes, cultists of Soren once again.
Oh yes, that's right because I've been ignoring them. Okay.
Oh, you ignored them?
I did last time.
Oh shit! Wait, did I give you? Do we remember if I gave you a consequence for that?
I don't think so, unless it was like a hidden one that I don't know about.
Okay. Then I am going to have to do something about that. Carlisle's gonna move to deep.
Okay.
So the threat Carlisle moves up, and then Yeah, they want to talk to you again.
Okay.
And Faustian, um, there is a cult developing among the king's soldiers, called the Cult of the Fisher. Um, and they're there. Molly.
Isha sure has a lot of
What
cults
was that?
these
Sorry.
days.
There's a cult in the king's soldiers.
Okay, that's not good. All right.
Yeah. Isha's a place with cults. It's got a lot of magic. We're in cult hours. Okay. And that's all my bullshit. So let's get back to the orrery. Here we go. Okay. All right. So the next phase is the token placing phase, planning phase, if you will. We are all going to place our tokens wherever we like, and then in the story phase we will play through them. So yeah.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
um, 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 Eclipse?
Yeah.
Where on my problem board should I put the complication problem?
Oh, that will be rank 1. Let's say, well, let me see what month it is. That's probably a good way to determine this.
Oh, it's Cancer,
Cancer.
I think is the month.
Well, you already got a lot going on in in the other. Let's go with
That's
Zephon.
true.
Zephon's cool.
Okay, ships are coming.
Awesome.
Alright,
Okay.
so as we were discussing in text, if I want to discuss to ask a favor of another wizard, we have to do it at the moot, right?
So, just to be clear on the specific use thing here, when you can spend a star on another wizard to have a scene with them. The notable thing is, after that, they would obviously have to wait another month to reallocate their tokens. You can cast a spell during a scene. It need not necessarily have to be a scene that is from your star. So if you're having a star with another wizard and having that scene, it should be fine. The main thing I think is just as long as it makes sense for that spell to be cast at that time in that place that you are knocking on their door, so to speak.
Okay,
I would imagine.
so I could not send Vega a letter, say, "Hey, come with me to court. I need you to do something for me," and then have the scene be that with my star. I would need to ask Vega at the moot, and then have them be there at next month, right?
Yeah, if you're asking another wizard to act upon your domain, that very much sounds like something that would have to be discussed during the moot, and then them spending like a resource on your domain.
Right, and Vega is not going to be at moot this month.
Yeah, I was just about to say I love mess because Vega's tokens are all tied up this month.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem. I think so. Would it be okay if would the since this is more acting upon a pact we have set before, like this is calling in my boon from the pact we've sent before, would a letter that I send during wizard mood suffice?
I think unlike Eclipse, you can interface on this also. The thing that probably makes the most sense here, because this is is this responding to stuff that happened after the moot, right? Is this responding to?
Yes, that would be fair to say. Yes.
I would probably say maybe either have a star to have a scene with them and discuss this, or maybe wait till I'd say having a star to have a scene with them to discuss it would probably be the best bet.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think it's probably like the most interesting way to do this as well. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Again, this is the thing about not going to the mood is sometimes it is then incumbent upon other wizards to spend their resources to go fucking talk to you if they need you, you know?
Yeah.
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 Oh god, I gotta decide what I'm doing. This is the sorcerer's.
Yeah, that's
turns.
why the sorcerer.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna be right back in like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Okay, so that's very interesting. Yeah, so fun thing about cults is they actually place their cards down during the planning phase.
Oh.
So that cult that you got put on the King Soldiers does stuff.
Cool.
I think it's going to do stuff. I think it's going to place even more cards down.
Can I act on that?
This would be you acting within my domain, technically speaking.
Yes, that is my question. Like, can I just like, since we've established that I've been putting people among the King's Men kind of everywhere, would that give me like would that make me be able to like make one of these cards go away?
I mean, this is the thing you can always do. The issue I think we're running into here is it is very arguably a violation of Pact law and interfering with other wizard stuff.
Ah, I see. Then Neil would not do that. Like if it's like Neil would probably know about it. Like my concern is like Neil would probably know that this is happening, and like trust you to deal with it. Essentially.
Yeah, this is also absolutely a thing that will be discussed during a moot in future.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you.
Thinking about what
Okay.
I want to be doing here. Deep in thought. Okay, this is this one. I'm remembering. Yes. Okay.
All right. I'm all good. I'm all ready.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm good. There is 6 devil cards on the board right now, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I promise you is a lot.
Yeah, that
That's
sounds.
scary.
It
Considering
does
the
sound like a lot to
initial,
me.
the devil's deck initially is 7 cards. So where this at the start of the game would be almost the devil's entire power.
Oh, scary.
Oh, clarification. If Neil's star is on Vega, does my star also have to be there for
No.
it to be a scene? Okay, then I'm actually going to shift this because I would like a scene with Soren.
I believe, anyway.
I would like the Soren pep talk to be a scene.
TM, it's been a hot minute since I've been in the real, in the chamber with this game, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, I think I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. We're just figuring out tokens, so you can take your time.
Okay, I'll let you guys know when I'm back.
Alrighty.
The thing about the Faustian is it's the most fun wizard to not do your job.
Yeah. I'm thinking about
The
whether I
star
want to
has
do my
be
job.
The star has to be put with a token, right?
No.
If you're just meeting someone, then no.
That's
Yeah,
what I
you
was
just
checking.
gotta put it on
believe
the
it.
thing.
Actually, I may be misremembering this. Let me double check.
I may actually
I
also
need-
need to use the restroom really quick.
Yeah, and
Can
I
we-
need
Also
to-
hydrated.
Yeah, can we let's take 5 really quick.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Alright.
give me your answer in text, Molly, and we'll
Yes. So correct. I was correct.
Alright. We'll be right back.
BRB.
Hello, everybody. We're back. Um, yeah, still working on token stuff. I had to use the restroom. it's, uh, yeah. I think I kind of know where I'm gonna go with the tokens this month. One for sure is in
I
home.
am ready as well.
Yeah, definitely doing one in home. Actually, I had a question. I don't know if you know this, Molly. Can you can you use like spells to like add new qualities to existing treasures? Like if I want to like alter my pact fragment, is that a thing that I can do?
To alter the pact fragment, I think this might be a thing that might lie in experimental magics. I
Okay.
know there's some stuff that is like magic outside the bounds. What is it specific out of curiosity that you want to do?
Uh just kind of add some cool new effects to the pact sword. It's not
Mhm.
very it's
Yeah,
not very intellectual. It's just, you know,
that's fair.
she figures she'll be using that
I
if
think
things go poorly.
yeah, I think the easiest thing might be creating a new sword, but I think uh, I'd see no reason for now, like why we couldn't just use the rules of like if like depending on what properties you're trying to get, right?
Yeah.
Like using the rules of create like a weapon to just like apply that to the sword, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily like going for anything. You know, I'm kind of just like
Yeah,
I want the sword to do interesting things.
yeah. I think I'm of two minds, and I don't want to take up too much time with this. Just
Yeah,
as the person who is both chain and tomekeeper, governing both magic and
yeah.
consequence, where I'm tempted to say if this doesn't go well, this could be bad. Uh, yeah, I think it's a thing you can definitely try. I think like you have the ability to create weapons for yourself, and you also have the ability to try and do this. But you know,
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. It's fun. Um. Okay. So that's where I'll put my star. That will go here. I guess that'll be on my home one, and then. Oh boy, I feel like I never know what to do with sorcerer. um. Here, actually, let me look at what the rules for making weapons is, because then I can determine what type of weapon the sword will be, and then I can figure out what element I should be going for. Um, yeah, I need fire, so I need to be meeting with who? Who's my fire friend? Oh, my mom.
Aw.
mom making a sword.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I think
Why did Sasha go in there?
Oh, what happened?
it might have been a
Bring
misclick.
her
Oh, there we go.
back.
Oh, we
Oh,
lost.
sorry. Sorry, I made a mistake.
You're good. Welcome back.
Where'd she go?
You got the you got decapitated for a second, but that's okay.
Huh?
Oh,
The cultist
when
got
someone
you.
leaves, their head pops off because the heads are the things that are that are making everything work. It was just funny. It's not a big deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just a funny moment. Um,
Okay, I can be it.
yeah. I could get a mask for someone. I think that's probably the move. Get some sort of mask going. Uh, and I'll figure out who that is as we go. Okay, I got tokens down. I feel like I should have some sort of hand raising function for figuring out tokens.
Oh yeah, I'm good on tokens.
Okay, cool. Actually, I'll check in. Is anyone not good to go?
I'm good.
Okay, so we'll get started on the story phase.
Yay!
Yay. Um. Or wait, let me just make sure. Hmm. I might be being overly urgent. Um, Has everybody placed their tokens?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't. Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Sorry, no worries.
Um, you have to. You only have to spend one token on a rank 1 to 2 problem to get rid of it, right?
Let me see. So I believe it's Hierophant. Um,
Okay.
Here, let me just rank one. Rank one. Rank. You must spend 1 week to reduce a problem by 1 rank. Okay, yeah. So it's basically it's 1 to 1. So, or sorry, it's yeah, for 1 and 2, it's you can reduce a problem by 1 rank for 1, and then for 3 and 4, it's by 2. It's 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. So if I put 2 tokens on a rank 2 problem, I get rid of it.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what I want to do my scene for this month.
Yeah. Got time. I love wizards. I think wizards are cool.
Wizards are really cool, is the thing. Love a game about wizards.
They can cast spells.
Afternoons are really cool, bud.
Afternoon is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Should I put up the afternoon? The afternoon is really cool Jack image? I probably shouldn't. It's probably not the sort of stream for that, but yeah.
Consider it would be funny.
It would be funny.
What would Dennis do?
What would Dennis would put up the afternoon is really cool Jack image. All right, I'll put up the afternoon is really cool Jack image. This is this is true any week that there's an episode of the 7-part Pact preview AP.
Trust me, Jack.
Yeah.
Afternoon is really cool.
Afternoon boys.
Afternoon boys. Yeah. Okay.
Word that I am part of the afternoon boys.
Yeah, I wish I were a part of the afternoon boys. They seem really cool.
Alrighty.
I mean, membership is really easy. I'm a part of them. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I've never heard the kind of mid day.
Mid. Oh, I see. That's
yeah.
good.
Anyway.
That's pretty cool.
I can't believe you talk so poorly of the afternoon boys. It's messed up.
Boys.
Yeah. Okay, I believe our do you have everything placed, Sasha?
Yeah. Yes. I haven't decided what I want to make my
Your scene.
my star, but I have all my tokens.
Yeah, you can think about it. Don't worry. Sorry, I don't mean to rush. Are there any like spells you want to cast or characters you want to talk to?
Huh. Oh, right. When you cast a spell, it has to be a scene.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I think that casting a spell might help me resolve a problem, or because I think I might have to cast a spell to for the oh oh for the doom for oh sorry.
You're good. You're the honor.
Oh,
The
so
yawning honor.
sleepy. Sorry, everyone.
It's okay.
Don't worry.
I think I might have to cast a spell to solve the doom prophecy problem. Seems like a pretty difficult problem.
Yeah.
This 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 will require some of my magic.
Yeah. Yeah, like you could cast a spell to make that like go down to like nothing instead of just, you know, one. Um
Okay,
cool.
I need to review my magic and see what kind of magic I can do because I've only cast one spell.
Yeah. Do you
You have
wanna
to roll dice and shit.
do you want any help thinking that over, or do you want us to get moving and then we'll come to you when it's your turn?
Yeah, let's do that when it's my turn. That's a good idea.
Okay, cool. So let's get started. Starting with Vega, the necromancer. Um what's going on in the freaking underworld?
Um, I do want to say just as a framing thing that like Vega did intend to spend time with his sister this month. He went after the wizard moot and checked to see that the incense censer that his sister is in has in fact been hung politely outside his room the whole time, and he's just been walking past it. Um, but he's just too busy. And also, before I forget, I wanted to bounce something off Sasha because I believe Hierophant is in charge of companions, right?
That sounds. Uh,
Let's see.
am I? I'm in charge of
The Hierophant in charge of companions.
I'm in charge of the everyday people.
And then I think for Celestial Audience, it's I think Celestial Audience, Hierophant is in charge of companions as well. So I kind of wanted to bounce this off you. What do you
Yes.
think about,
Oh, okay.
given that a couple months ago when Vega first found out that his sister had been kidnapped by the Otter Gang, he was just kind of like, okay, and left her there for an additional month beyond what was really necessary. What if during that time she fell in love with the Bandit Queen? This is just a problem that I would like to introduce for no reason other
Oh,
than
your
lesbianism
sister?
and mess.
I
Hmm.
like that idea. That's a really fun idea.
Okay, so
Yay. Yeah, I like that.
that's not going to come up now because Vega is still ignoring her, but I like to have that tucked
Oh.
away. Um,
Got it.
but I think the first thing Vega is going to do this month is that he's going to go see the Sorin cultists who have now I think just kind of been hanging out on the Graven Isle for like a month because they got here last month and Vega blew them off.
Yeah, they love it. They love this place.
No.
I mean, they're mad, but
But
they love it.
he's a little harried because he's preparing for a really long trip through the gates of death. But he has carved out some time and asked his mortuary nuns to bring them up. Um, he's probably elbow deep in a corpse like during this conversation because he just does not have time to not be working.
Yeah. Um, and yeah, they kind of waffle a bit. Like it's hard to like. They don't really have like demands or like an argument they're trying to make. They are just kind of like almost kind of trying to rub it in Vega's face, like just kind of being like, "You're not you're not as good as as Soren was," basically. And then they leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, before they leave, I think that Vega actually would say, as he dumps a big armful of guts into a basin nearby, um, "I'm going to see him. Do you want me to deliver a message?"
These cloaked figures, like I think many of them wearing like weird kind of like skull masks. Uh, I think also like each of them has like a thick kind of like almost beady like container of it's hard to tell if it's alcohol or water on their hip. Um and they all kind of just shake their head and then leave.
Okay. Hey, problem handled.
Yeah. Okay. I believe you get a gift for that. Let me remind myself. How do audiences work? Audience. Alright, not audience. What is it called? Visitor? Yes, you get a gift for speaking with my visitors.
A gift for being nagged.
Yeah. Those are consequences. Necromancer's gifts. I do think that, I think Eon is going to be, activated again.
Oh yay, that's great because
Ooh.
Vega hates him so bad and did not want to go see.
Yeah, Gion is restful anew. Okay. And, cool. So, next up is the Hierophant. Tell me about one of your tokens.
Okay. Oh god, all of my problems are um um well, maybe we can do this. Maybe we can do my scene now.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because I want to figure out. I want to use magic somehow, and I want to figure out this problem. The problem is an ill omen has been found by the monks prophesizing doom for Isha.
Yeah. Are
I think
you...
this
Oh,
I
yes,
think this
sorry.
ill omen, yeah, I think this ill omen is like we wake up one morning, we toll the early bells, um and as we're like crossing the courtyard in the morning, or maybe this is discovered by someone who's up late. I feel that there are maybe some members of the temple who work odd hours, and I think one such person would notice an entire flock of dead ravens, like spread out in an eerie sign.
Are they undead or dead?
They're dead,
Okay. That's fun.
and then yeah, and I think that they like died in the shape of like a big spiral. We just found them like that.
Good. Yeah. So what are you doing about this? Are you... Is this an act of reassurance, or are you, like, materially countering this omen?
um, um,
I mean, I
um,
guess that'll probably determine, like, what sort of spell you decide to go with.
uh, um,
May I ask a
see.
question that might like guide that resolution? Just
Sure.
what is the monks like? How were the monk involved in this? Did they do this, or did they just bring this to you?
I think that they found it, and then we like together consulted the text to be like, what the fuck does this mean?
Gotcha, gotcha.
Like this like the fell vault is going to open up or something.
Oh,
Is
scary.
what we find out.
That's fun.
I hate a fell
So
vault.
how would you close that?
Um. Well, we have to do surgery on the world, of course.
Yeah.
Very.
I wonder if there are any spells. I'm trying to see if there's any. Uh,
Would protective wards work if the vault is like a physical thing?
Yeah, I think it is a physical thing.
If it's a
I think it's
location.
I think it's like a great seam that runs through the center of Isha, like a tectonic type of fault.
Okay. That sounds like a difficult place to get to. Perhaps.
Why?
I mean, I guess not.
Well, no, I'm just curious why.
Just because, Shaw's like a big place that's like, you have to like go on a boat to get to a lot of places. Then again, you are a wizard.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the idea of the problem.
Right.
It's going to destroy the whole world.
Yeah.
If the issue is travel here within Isha, it should generally be fine. I think most folks have treasures that also can help with that in some way.
True.
This is more of a mariner thing, I think, or a seakeeper, but usually travel is only super important when it's outside.
Yeah, this is true. As long as Lilith is okay with it.
What are you doing? What's happening?
The Hierophant is going to be. I'm echoing.
Yeah, Wendy, you're echoing.
That I'm muted.
Oh,
No,
Wait,
you
no, I'm
aren't.
not. Somehow. Oh fuck.
Wait.
That's my mic. Okay, I'm sorry.
no worries. Yeah, the Hierophant is what was it? There's a vault like in the middle of the ocean, right?
For sure.
Yeah, it's the fell vault.
The
There's
Fell Vault.
monsters in there.
Good.
That's not really my domain, so I don't really know anything about the monsters. Actually, this whole thing is kind of out of my domain. I might call for help, wizard help.
Well, if you want to work with another wizard, you'd have to do that like during the moot.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but you can
Okay.
like, uh, yeah. I guess it's really a matter of like how. I don't know what the Seakeeper thinks. It's
So there's a big hole in the middle of the ocean, and you want to close it.
Well, it's not open yet, but we found an omen. We found an omen that it might open up.
Well, the like it makes sense to want to do that, but I do think there would be consequences for being a wizard and casting magic out at sea.
What kind of
One thing that
consequences?
one thing that I wonder is that like since you're operating over the people of Asia as a wizard, like maybe like the problem would probably more located within the people. Otherwise, that would be a sea problem, perhaps. Or is that like like a bad understanding of the rules?
If I can speak, I think that understanding might be a good access of resolution here when we consider what a prophecy of doom means as a problem for the Hierophant. Like a method of resolution here could be finding a way to protect people against this, or to make people feel safe and secure. That sort of thing, right? But like, yeah, anything works really.
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. I am seeing the mastery of the faraway sea spell potentially if you want to physically act upon this as an option. It's really up to what direction you want to take with this, Sasha.
Another suggestion I might offer is emotional paroxysm to just make the people not worry about it.
Yeah. Certainly have options.
Because like that's the thing with omens. Like the problem they pose can be both that like they come true, and doom befalls you, or people panic, and you don't want that.
So
and you
What do you
can
think, Sasha?
maybe the problem is people believe that people believe in the prophecy, not necessarily that the prophecy is true.
Yeah, like the prophecy could be true, but maybe the problem for the temple, Hester, is that the fear of the prophecy is a problem, like as distinct from the prophecy. That could be a way of handling it if you would like, or interpreting it.
Oh, so the my people, the people of the temple, they're they're um they're 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 um like they're frantic, they can't focus on anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. I do think the suggestion of emotional paroxysm is fun for a spell, which is you just change the emotions of the people if you're interested in that, Sasha.
I don't think that's something my character would do.
That's fair.
No, my evil influence.
If I could suggest something that might be within your wheelhouse as I look over things, I'm looking at some of these spells around either cultivating flora or the construction of architecture. Might it be, if you want to calm some folks down, that you might like open up a garden or like cast a spell to like create something like calming in the temple or like in this community? So you're not like changing their emotions, you're just kind of providing them a space to like, relax, right?
Yeah, I think that's kind of more in line with what I think that
You could have a field of flowers. Yeah, if you would like that, we could move over to looking at cultivating flora, which is the first spell under the equilibrium.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
If it's okay, I might just read out the flavor text of this.
I'm looking at it.
An incantation resolving the process through which the wizard may invite the plant life around him to grow quickly and dramatically to serve whatever function he deems most valuable, such as a wall of thorns or a great life-giving tree, a field of roses, or a beanstalk reaching high into the sky.
Plants or flowers domesticated by man. Plants which grow with water for plants which grow.
I'll put this up on stream too. Do I have that set up? I do. Yay. Here. Oh no. Okay,
We'll have to scroll down a bit.
Yeah, it's just it's being funky. Okay, there we go.
Oh, okay. Could you edge it a tiny bit to the left? There we go.
Yes, I'm putting it on the big reading thing.
So it sounds to me that the spell might be of arcane import if we're trying to open a little garden, or it could be bigger if you'd like.
Yeah.
And then for the element you're using, this might be something where you'd want to use an element you're good with, but it just sort of dictates the plants in particular.
Yeah.
Though fire or air seem to make the most sense to me, personally.
Is there anything that doesn't make sense?
We can walk you through this if you like. Once, if you're happy with doing this.
I think I'm confused.
Okay. What's confusing?
Um, um, well, I'm just not sure how this is going to solve the problem.
Well, this would be a possible avenue of if the problem is people, and again, this is just sort of maybe something that might be more in Zephyrus's wheelhouse, that people are worried about this prophecy, maybe opening up some kind of like relaxation or garden area for people to kind of like calm down, like so in the same way that you might influence their emotions with paroxysm, right? But this is kind of a more indirect. Here, I'm giving you this thing so you can like try and feel better and calm down within the temple.
Yeah, if you'd like
Is
to
an idea.
directly affect, like, the ominous thing, you could also go in that direction.
And you could also, in a similar vein, outside of plants, create architecture like you have done before to keep those thieves safe and maybe kind of build some more areas for people. There's also, if this may be a little bit different, but you could also conjure illusions to kind of create something that would make them think that the prophecy would no longer come to pass,
Yeah, lie to the people of Isha. You know you want to.
God.
We have all this power. We should use it. For good, of course.
Neil moment. Do you want to do one of your normal tokens so we can come back to this?
Oh,
I'm just a bit worried because we're, I just want to make sure that we can get to everyone.
sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
Uh, um, um,
Sorry, I didn't mean to rush. I figured you might be given more time if we did one of your regular tokens first.
okay.
It's really up to you.
Sorry, I'm a little overwhelmed.
Yeah, I'm
It's absolutely fine. Do we want to maybe come back to you in a little bit? So you can have a minute to catch up?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we'll come back to that star later. I should probably...
This happens. It's okay. What do you have in mind?
Do you want to hop off air for check-in, or do you want us to keep going? It's really up to you.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
I just don't know how I'm gonna solve my problems.
Okay.
They seem really complicated.
You know, hey, this is a good moment to remember that we have the wizard mood for this. It's okay if you take a bit of time and don't fix them right away, and come to your brothers for help. Both like for out of character reasons because like that's nice, and also like will lead to some fun interactions, I think, and also it's okay to play this game wrong, like it's okay to make the problems worse. It's fine if it happens. It'll be interesting, and we as players will not think less of you if like things happen and have unforeseen consequences.
I'm actively playing for that.
Yeah, I'm playing like I'm playing Neil so that bad things happen to nobles, uh, and to Neil because Neil is a piece of shit, and like I understand that you want Zephyrus to be like a nice wizard, so you want to do that properly, and that's perfectly understandable. But then it would be perfectly also like in character for a wizard that's trying to do the right thing to be a bit, cautious with it. Take his time.
And maybe one last thing. It's also worth noting that like by just spending a token here, you are reducing this problem. If it's something that you are finding issue coming up with like a reason for to like use a spell and have a scene and kind of narrativize it, you could maybe move your star to something else and then just worry about this. Just have this like be treated like purely mechanically.
Yeah, if you want to like spend time with
Okay.
another wizard or something, or spend time with one of your companions, you could do that.
Okay.
Up to you.
Or even like say the Kingsguard cracking down or the ships. If you know either of those might have a more kind of easy to imagine uh, solution.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Okay. For now, do we just want to do your token of moving the monk one down?
Yeah, I'll spend a token on that.
Okay.
I think that my solution would be primarily trying to primarily well, I think that well mm, mm,
You absolutely don't need to narrativize or worry about this if you're just doing it with a token.
Yeah. You can just say
okay.
your wizard does something cool.
Obscure arcane wizard matters.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to warlock. Move on to Neil.
Hi, I'm Neil. And I think I would like to do my scene, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I would like to go a knockin' on Death's door, to quote the Leningrad Cowboys. You know, all American boys. And thus Neil would have come to the Graven Isle as a dame of the court, as the king's fool, of course. For this is a matter of courtesy and negotiation, and therefore she would appear as um, as what allows her the greater degree of state-sponsored violence
Uh-huh.
with smiles. And so she will arrive on the Graven Isle, and she is dressed in like the most outrageously expensive jester garb you have ever seen. So you have, of course, the fool's hat, uh, with the bells that cost more than any of the houses in Ishana by themselves. They are made of electrum and sing a song so sweet you could almost hear the children weep. And it protects this wonderful bounty of blonde hair over her head, perfectly complementing her three eyes. And over this leather and linen garb that just like perfectly complement her silhouette, her muscular stature. Um, and yes, she goes to see Vega Mosrot, along with her retinue of nobles, and demands to speak with the necromancer in private, to invoke her boon. Uh, so what's the Graven Eye looking like in this fine afternoon?
Wet. I think it's wet. I think it's miserable. Um, it's just kind of there's a near constant drizzle happening. And I think something that's interesting about the Graven Isle is the drizzle is so constant that the people you pass don't even seem to register it. Like, people are just out there wet. Umbrellas do not seem to be a thing here. And you are let into Vega's mausoleum by a couple of the mortuary nuns. And I think that just like the Sorin cultists, you're gonna find Vega elbow deep in a corpse again. And he's not in his normal robes that you see him in at the moot. He's in just a big rubber apron and then like big rubber gloves up to his armpits. And I think because he hears more footsteps than just the nuns, which he's very familiar with, without looking up, the first thing he says is, sterile in here. No.
He would hear stomps because Neil is enormous.
Oh, that's right. Okay. He does look up when he knows it's Neil, and he goes, "What are you wearing?"
Oh. I think that. So you're telling me that he's wearing an apron and gloves and nothing else? Is that what's happening here?
There's probably like also thigh-high fantasy rubber boots happening, but he's behind like well, the whole room is full of like evenly spaced slabs that all have corpses on them. And
Yeah.
there are nuns at each slab also elbow deep in corpses. We seem to all be doing this in tandem.
Yeah.
So you can't really see, but it is clear, like, from the waist up that he doesn't have anything on under the apron.
Yeah. So basically, what is happening is that Neil's crush is in a naked apron, and Neil's a cannibal. So all of these corpses just look really tasty right now. And so Neil is wearing like so much makeup, just like very like clownish makeup. So like you can't see her blush, but she definitely does. And there's like a beat, and she's like, "Oh," and then she like composes herself. It's it's imperceptible, but it's there. And she says, "I am wearing attire fit for the king's fall. Is it not ravishing?"
It's colorful. It's loud.
Thank
It's
you.
actually kind of hurting my eyes. The people, and Vega pulls one kind of gory hand out of the corpse he's working on and points like behind you, vaguely at your retinue. Those out. I don't want them breathing in here. None of that. Out. None.
Well, you heard Lord Maserat. Shoo. And with that, her retinue will like probably protest a bit, but also she's very tall and and very scary. And they're boss, so they're going to leave.
You can come in, but don't touch anyone.
Worry not. I would not intrude upon a fellow crafter's work. I'm going to stay here. You can hear me perfectly, after all, because she's so enormous. Like probably everyone on the Isle hears her anyway. So
It kind of like echoes off the really tall ceilings of
Yeah.
the corpse room.
That's very much what's happening. And so she has her. So she's sitting cross-legged, which still means that she barely fits through the frame of your your lab. Like you don't even see all of her through the open door. And she says, "Well, Vega Mazra, I have come to call in my boon from you."
Yes, okay, go ahead. I have there's a lot of, and he kind of lifts the corpse's arm and then lets it drop onto the slab again. So go ahead. I'm listening. I'm just, and there's kind of squelching noises.
Okay. Nice. She kind of like he probably does not notice this because he's not looking at her, but she licks her teeth before continuing. "Well, I have a task for which I think, as the necromancer, you will be most fit. I need someone to deal with a character which has sights upon our good King of Isha. I would like to keep the corpses at a minimum, and I can see no one better than you to do it. The reason for this is that if I get involved, I will have to use the hammer. This is probably going to mean more work for you. So,
Yeah, I would like no squashed corpses.
indeed. And as a result, I have thought that you would be very suited for the task, as you have an incentive to see it through, as well as your capabilities allow. I have a suggestion for the court of action that you might take, but see it in no way as a command. I would be satisfied as long as the privateer uh, is dealt with.
Oh no, go ahead.
I think the you could use the spell of emotional paroxysm to cause the court to experience a certain amount of, well, ennui, grief, these kind of emotions that calling on the powers of the dead will allow you to wield much more skillfully than I ever could.
Oh, torment. You just want me to do some torment? I can torment.
No, not torment. I want you to make them feel sad, so that they, by experiencing a state of depression, along with the court, they will naturally find that they fit in better with that circle. I want them molded in the image of the court. Alter their agenda ever so slightly, so that it does not threaten the stability of the kingdom. I
Uh,
think you would be fit for this task. But, I also respect your intellect, and if you have a better idea, I would be impressed to see how you come up with a solution to this.
Vega is kind of working what looks like it's kind of translucent, what looks like an extremely large insect egg into the chest cavity of this corpse, and he kind of looks up and he squints across the hall and he goes, That's really all you want.
This is all you want. The it fits within the demands of the boundaries of our pact, as a group of people no smaller than the Nile's population, I think, would take care quite handily of the court, of the House Nile. I will make
Make
sure to not be there myself at that point.
make people depressed. That's it. That's the boon you're asking of me.
Well, in order for specifically the privateer or for the privateer and the court as a whole, as it happens, to be more fit, but to be less, inclined to murder each other.
Vega does not at all seem convinced, because this seems suspiciously small. But he kind of straightens up and he flicks his hand off, and a nearby nun like towels blood off his squeaky gloves. It squeaks really loudly, and this also echoes. And he goes, "Yes, all right. It's not happening this month, Neil. I'm telling you that. I need to go. It's a whole thing. I need to go down and see Soren, and it's the far gate, and it's going to take me weeks. But yes, when I go back, I will make everyone so sad that they don't do any stabbing. Is that good for you?"
Brother, as stated in our contract, you have 2 months. You
Perfect.
have time. Oh,
Excellent.
just let me get
Next
that for
month.
you. And she reaches out through the door. This enormous arm just like closes the distance between you and her way too fast. And she just like cups his face extremely gently to like wipe some blood that he had on his cheek from like flecking it around.
I think there's a beat of not hesitation but processing. And then he immediately backhands the hand away and shrieks, "Sterile!"
Oh, my apology.
Out! Out! Out!
Yes.
Out!
Right. Yes. And she leaves, just like clearly embarrassed. Just scuttles out.
Good work to both of them. They're really, really good at talking.
Yeah, they're going to have such a good relationship that has no problems whatsoever. Thank you for this. It's been a while since I've wanted to have a scene like that. It's great. Anyway, next.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend
Mariner.
2 weeks of time to get rid of this god-forsaken typhoon.
Let me make you all a nice Mariner. There you go.
Typhoon gone. It was in the Bay of Ishana, no longer. I did wizard shit to deal with it. Smiles. That's all.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. Next is the Faustian.
So just in the interest of time, because 2 of my tokens are for the same thing, or for similar things, I am spending some time with the absentee librarian who has been probably spending some time on research, working through the students and professors to try and root out some of the effects of the devil, notably not address the cult yet, but just sort of treat the symptoms, you know. I'm going to spend both of my tokens because there are 2 different cards here. I'm just going to resolve both of them now.
Cool. Alrighty. And then I will spend time with Sleepyhead is going to spend time with her mom, helping her out. Actually, let me remind myself. I need to remind myself the details of the talisman really quick, because I feel like I might be able to use it for things. Oh yeah. Okay, Sleepyhead is also going to take this time to heal her mom's illness with the talisman. Because that is a thing that we know about. Actually, I might save that for a scene for next month. I think I'm not going to do that yet. Because I think it's more interesting if I don't do that yet.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. I don't think that Sleepyhead has thought of doing that yet, so I don't think that will happen. Okay, cool. Back to the Necromancer. Let me set that up. Oh wait, this is play. And then okay, it's gonna look a little funky for a second, folks. Sorry about that. We're going back. Okay, Necromancer.
Yeah, so actually all of my tokens go on this one because it takes 3 weeks to get to the far gate of death to see Soren Mazerat, who, as a recap for anyone who hasn't seen the other episodes, was the previous necromancer. Died a few months before the game began, and was kind of Vega's dad. Not really, but he was in the necromancer tuning exams and has been raised from childhood to do this. And he has faltered at his gate. He has not been operating at his gate for I think a solid two months now. This is also my scene, but we can do it pretty quickly because like Soren's not a talker. But Vega is coming here to repel the foe of death there, who he's not dealt with before actually, because this is the new one, and to see what's up and why Soren is not doing it himself.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who would be best to play Soren. I could go Soren mode.
Okay.
Soren wearing I like the idea that Soren is also kind of carrying one of these weird, like, clay alcohol vessels, basically. Um, and, like, is kind of laid out, I think, just kind of surrounded by bones that he's been idly kind of gnawing at. Um, and his eyes kind of slowly flit towards Vega. Come a long, long way. Oh, got banned something.
Yeah, I have. All the way to the 8th, actually, which is, you know, it's your domain. It's gonna be my domain when I go. It's kind of the whole thing. Vega kind of points at, like, I think in the distance we can kind of see that foe of death like writhing in the distance. It goes, that's supposed to be for you to do, so I don't have to spend 3 weeks coming down here.
Tired.
Oh,
Much
oh,
work.
you're tired. Oh, you're tired. Uh, so do you think it was tiring for me when you also dragged me out here all the time? What do you and at this point I think Vega is so enraged by that answer and is emboldened enough that he's gonna start kind of poking Soren in the side of the head with like the butt of his scythe.
Eh.
Up.
You'll know when you get my age. It'll become easy to know. It's easy to know when you're my age to know it. Slowly kind
Well,
of gets up.
I think Vega's gonna keep prodding him as he gets up just to make sure that he makes it all the way up. Um and he says, I'll have you know that I've been keeping excellent care of the domain. Nothing has gotten out. Um, oh, my sister is dead. I don't think you knew that. Yeah. Bethel's dead.
Poor
But
girl.
beyond that, everything at home is impeccable, and it's been with none of your help. So if you could at least hold the 8th gate, at least the 8th gate, that would be great.
He thinks, then nods, then looks towards Vega with, like, something that's between a grimace and a grin, and just says, yeah. You broke easiest of them all, you know. You. It's very hard to make someone into a wizard. You were very good at becoming one.
Yes, well, better than the rest of them. I'm sure you've seen fucking Carlisle skulking around.
Like an egg, like the moon. Yes. Carlisle. Carlisle. Oh, a young man. But yes, I will. I will halt the rising tide. Do not worry. Enjoy your sunshine and your chocolates. You only get them for so long, you know.
Uh-huh. I think that privately, Vega is thinking to himself that he has not seen chocolate or sunshine in an exceptionally long time. um, but he's just going to kind of plant his scythe and point again at the foe of death in the distance. Um, and probably turn to leave without saying bye. I think that hearing Soren fondly say Carlisle's name has been enough that he's like completely done with the conversation.
Yeah. So Soren is going to just kind of keep laughing until, like, spider legs extend from his mouth, and he's just going to use those to, like, walk towards the tide.
In the distance, the tide, this writhing mass of bone and brine and driftwood, screams and gnashes. Stop ignoring me! Hands reach out to you, but your master will deal with it. It's not your problem.
Yeah. Okay. Next is the Hierophant. So, do you want to do another one of your tokens? Do you want to have you figure out where you might want to put your star?
I I think I'm gonna spend a token on ships are coming across Isha and dumping grain.
Okay.
I think this is something that I can work through with some local folk that I'm already kind of in contact with.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Um, basically, fuck off.
Putting up some fucking embargoes.
Yeah, we'll just teleport all of the ships away.
Awesome.
A
Okay.
process which will not be very pleasant for them, so they probably won't come back, is what I think.
Good. All right. Warlock.
Hi, yes, I am the Warlock.
Yes,
This
you
is
are.
me.
You are.
So, my time in the court this month is spent dealing with the traitor that was the lady in waiting that has been removed while I was discussing um, with Vega providing me with an alibi. So that was what I was doing. I removed it off screen because I didn't want to
Okay.
spend too much time on it.
Cool.
And then, what I want to actually do is, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have some incest. It's the quickest way I can deal with this problem right now, so everyone bear with me.
Hell
But
yeah.
but the eldest daughter is moving up in the world and becoming her father's love.
Oh no.
So that I can keep the privateer away for a while, just to give Vega some time to deal with him.
Yay, incest. Great.
Oh yeah, yes, that's what we're doing. I'm sorry, this is awful. The royalty of Isha is a messy, awful place, but also, no, I don't have a. Listen, it's yeah.
Okay. Mariner.
Cool. Let's see. So let's do my star. So my second or my third point is for finding my compass, hunting down the rapscallion who stole my shit, and seeing what his deal is. I think Dennis has been at sea for quite a bit. Before finding a kind of secluded island where this pilferer has been staying.
Cool.
Yeah, I think Dennis is just gonna show up.
Yeah. Molly, do you want to handle this scumbag or should I?
I'd say if you have I'd say you can take it if you want.
Okay. Yeah. This Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Yeah. So you come to this island. I think there's like this little, uh, like shack just kind of set there.
Mhm.
And as your ship pulls up, you see this like little this little fucker just kind of pull in. Sorry, I'm juggling things. Yeah. This little fucker, like little guy with like a big beard, bald head, and like a long kind of tattered jacket, uh, like
Mhm.
steps out and says, "Who are you? I don't know you."
Oh, you don't know me. That's good. Well, I know you. I'm looking for a thing you have. I would
What?
prefer to do this quick, without issue.
You're is Dennis on like a rowboat or like a big boat, big ship?
Dennis is on his little tartan, so it's like this tiny little sailboat.
Awesome. Yeah. You and who? You just look like a bloke.
Try to keep my appearances down low, but if I recall, you've stolen something from me, and I would like to have it back. It's getting pretty rainy out.
You're gonna have to
Probably
come.
be good if.
I take a lot of things. Listen, if you want it, you're gonna have to come take it.
Gladly. Um, let's see. Sword fight in time. Dennis have a sword? Oh,
Yeah. What? How is Dennis fighting this guy?
yeah. I think he's just gonna take out a sword, like a cutlass. That I think he has on his belt. It. It's just a normal cutlass, but made of some sort of metal that prevents, saltwater corrosion. It's a very well kept cutlass. And I think looking at my humble magic.
Yeah. I will say like this is not
I
gonna be a
think
difficult guy to deal with.
yeah, I'm not trying to hurt him. But I basically want to, keep a hand on my pact fragment, and as I swipe my sword towards him, a blip of water just kind of hits him in the face.
Ow! 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 And like he pulls out a knife and is going to try and throw it in Dennis' direction.
And going to use the winds, similar move to use the winds to just blow it out the way. Doesn't
Oh.
even have to move.
Oh, you're a wizard.
Of fucking course I'm a wizard. You see a fucker with a bit of coral growing out of her head and think that's not a wizard?
we can make an arrangement here, right? Maybe. What are you? What did I take from you?
My compass, and I think Dennis is going to walk up, grab this guy's beard, and kind of. Is this guy short? Or
Yeah,
is he tall?
very short, very short.
Yeah, kind of. I don't think Dennis is much taller, but kind of pull his beard up a bit to force him to look up at him.
It's my daughter's 15th birthday. I mean, well, I haven't talked to her since she was 11, but let's. How about I hand over your little compass and you leave the rest of my things to me?
I wonder what else he stole. I think at this, Dennis is going to walk into the cabin, still holding on to this guy's beard.
Please, that's my livelihood in there. You can't.
Hmm. Are you a sailor? Do you have a ship? How did you get here?
Yeah, I have a little tugboat, or a rowboat, tucked around the
Cool.
back.
Wonderful. I'm going to give you two options, since, going to be honest, this does not look much like a livelihood for quite literally anyone.
Yeah, just a bunch of like treasure chests full of like trinkets and such.
Two things. Or, I can give you a choice. Either you come with me and join my crew and be a upstanding sailor of the seas of Isha, or, and I don't want this to happen, but considering the trend you keep doing, it will eventually happen. You'll find yourself at the wrong end of a cannon of the king or of the warlock. And I don't think either of us want you at that position, yeah?
Yeah, you're you're press ganging me. Then is that what we're doing?
Technically, yes, but I imagine it's going to be a much better life for you than this. Hell, maybe you'll even see your daughter if she's still a thing, if she's real.
All right. Aye, Captain. Uh, like
Good boy.
it's kind of stumbles out. Um. Uh. Like kind of anxiously. And like steps towards your boat. You made a new friend.
Yay!
Yay! And
What's
you
this
got
guy's name?
this is Jack Harold. Or sorry, no, it's Jack Haralt. It's like JACKHRALT. HRAALT.
Cool. Alright,
Sorry,
cool. He's been added.
HARALT.
I've added him to my crew.
Yeah, he's a real fucker. Good. Okay.
Awesome. I'll get him in shape.
Awesome. Fausto.
Would you say you'll get him shipshape?
Scary.
Fausto.
Hello.
Hello.
So I have used up my tokens that are on my domain. The two I have left are there's one in the moot and there's one that was going to be spent on me casting spell. In the interest of time, depending on how fast we get through the rest of this, I am more interested in doing the Faustian cards, revealing them, and like that would happen before the moot, which you definitely will be getting to. So I think if it's okay, Eclipse, I may kind of like hold action on this token.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And if it's a choice of one or the other, I would rather do the cards. And I can just like forgo the scene.
Cool. I would like to enchant my sword really quick. Actually, wait, do I have other things? Well, yeah, that's home. Yeah, I'm gonna enchant my sword really quickly. Ideally, that shouldn't take too long. Here, I'll put that up on the board here. Go into reading mode. And I will put that on here. Grimoire. Creation of weapons. Okay. So. I assume that this is, like, one of the higher imports?
I would say. So, are you trying to create a new weapon, or are you altering the pact fragment?
Yeah, altering the pact fragment.
I would say that this is by default the highest import.
Okay. Yeah. So
Very.
she's set up. I think like in the forge of like the librarian is out.
Can I offer a suggestion I just thought of actually?
Yeah, sure.
That might make this a little neater mechanically in how these spells are intended and framed. How do we feel about you crafting a like a sheath or some kind of like an additional piece to the fragment?
Oh yeah, it's fun.
I think then that also has the thing of is a separate item that could then be kind of like altered or destroyed or controlled.
Yeah, I think that's probably the way to go here.
As the game has interaction points.
Is this a? It's not a skin. Is it a vestment then?
I would assume weapon if you're. Or what are you trying to do?
Like if we're making a sheath.
Yeah, I mean, if you're making a sheath, a talisman could be a thing. Like you could be binding a talisman to a. Sorry, 1 second. I may be misremembering different names for things from different versions. One moment.
I might actually.
I'm thinking of amulets. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, making an amulet.
That could be a thing of like you're binding an amulet to the hilt of this weapon and kind of giving it some properties there.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
And amulets have some very cool boons, depending on what element you pick.
Yeah, let's do that. So I already picked. I'm already going for fire because so I'll do boons of inspiration with. So fire is. So yeah, I'm going to make an amulet to tie around the hilt of the pact fragment sword.
Now I will say, obviously, I believe so. Okay, import for fire. Let me just check.
This is, I believe, working for a week, right? So it's mythic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This seems fair, yeah.
Yeah, because it's part of spending time at the whatchamacallit,
yeah.
home. So yeah, I think I think Sleepyhead is set up at the forge, and it's just pounding away at this thing. Let me actually remind myself what that stat is with all my with the thing in consideration. So it's whatever my fire is +1. My fire is normally 2, so it's 3. So I'm gonna roll 3 mythic. Is it mythic? Yeah, 3 mythic die. Let's say 1, 2, 3. Okay.
It's Luna, Venus, and what is that? Is that Neptune?
Yeah, it's Neptune.
And you can choose for these to be boons or hexes, and you don't have to declare it, though given it is something for your pact fragment, I would assume we're looking at boons.
Yeah. Let's say.
Ooh. Oh, that's fascinating.
Oh yeah, that is I'm curious if this contradicts the qualities of the of the Wizard King's talisman.
So now let me quickly go up to find that because I have a feeling about it. And he will never age or fail. And he will never age or fail in his appearance to look anything less than his true version of himself. The specific phrasing of this being for looking Venus, I assume, yeah?
Yeah.
The wearer may disguise their appearance as another gender. So like may and disguise, I think this would kind of layer on top of, right?
Yeah, I would think so. Also, like,
yeah,
fail in doesn't necessarily imply like is like fully compelled. Like, it just means like you were able to, right?
Yeah,
like you were always able to.
Yeah, I think this definitely goes on top as like an active thing.
Cool. Let me see if there are any hexes I actually want.
So interestingly, with making this a pact fragment, when you get a moment, Eclipse, MB, I can do this. Can you tell me what the pact fragment actually does? Your pact fragment, because with the abilities it's gaining here.
What's the sword? Let me find that. Sword. A sword of many precious metals engraved with the true name of the last Wizard King. +1 heir.
I may be confusing versions on the treasure list. Is there not a thing about the fragment? This may I'm confusing versions. I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So interestingly, the two other effects are things that you as a sorcerer can do anyway. Notably, you do have access to the Sorcerer Special, which would allow you to change one of these dice.
True. That might
As
be
well.
the move here. So let's I like the visions of the future and past. I think that's very useful. Oh, I guess I already have that, right?
Yeah, I think this is the thing we're running into now, where these are things that specifically you can already do.
Yeah.
I think Saturn could be very interesting for you.
Saturn. And for food or sleep. That's Saturn, right? Or no, is Saturn
Yeah.
ideas? Yeah.
Saturn, yeah.
Let's do, because I can just can I change these freely or is only one? I forgot.
Only one, yeah.
Okay.
I believe.
Let's go with.
Actually, let me double check that just so I'm sure.
Right, I already have Neptune. So I can't disguise, so I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
This
is also notably something that you could give out to other people, right?
True.
Arguably, maybe violating Pact law, but you can be
Yeah.
you can be a little sneaky with it.
World visions, future from past. Right.
Hey, can I offer you a pitch? And
Yeah.
obviously, don't want to make this run too long. The thing about Neptune, the wearer may move in and out of dreams.
Oh yeah.
If this is a thing you could leave for someone.
True.
This could be like this is stuff for like using it in the future, but that just popped out to me.
Yeah, I think this is a good treasure to have on the hilt for the disguising potential, and then use like give to someone if I need them to be able to operate in the space that I do.
Yeah, and it's one of the dice. So if you wanted to maybe change your Luna, perhaps.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna change Luna to. I think I'm changing Luna to Saturn. I think that's the move.
Mm-hmm.
So, this amulet, the wearer may disguise their appearance as another gender. The wearer may move in and out of the dreams of others while he is himself asleep. The wearer has no need for food or sleep, although his body may still suffer. I don't think that I don't think this is going on the hill. Like I don't think he is just gonna use this generally, but I do think it is going to be saved for a rainy day. Absolutely.
Yeah.
God, I make so many items in this game. It's my favorite thing to do.
I was gonna be making Canonic Jar, but maybe we'll get to that in the future.
Amulet of.
Or is it called Canonic Jar? It's the spirit jar. I have Egyptology on the brain.
This is called the Amulet of Sorcerer Likeness. And that's mine. Okay.
You love having amulets.
Yeah, I love to have amulets. Next up is the Necromancer.
I am actually already done because all 3 of my tokens went in 1 turn last time.
Okay. Next is the Hierophant.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend my last token doing King's Guard crackdown on illegal activities.
Cool. Bring that down to a 1.
Yeah. Oh shit, I haven't been doing that.
Yeah, make sure you move them. Cool. Yeah, that can go in the same spot as the I feel like actually the Otter Gang has probably been handled by other things if you want to remove that.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with was the revenge was that was enacted? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% then.
Yeah, I would say they're gone. Cool. And next is the Warlock. Anything?
Yeah, I'm moving Saturn again forward 1 bit because that way the king will stop being a shithead next month when it moves.
Right.
And like, yeah, well, he will stop causing problem for everyone, including me.
Oh, this is good.
And
Why
that's
is
what
this
I
happening?
want. Yeah.
Sorry, something weird happened with the orrery. No, I guess it's fine.
Also, maybe can we address what we discussed off screen about the stuff?
Yeah, sure.
The eldest
Yeah.
daughter. So we have decided to not go with the way we presented that in the first place. This is not what this is. Like the king is taking more of an interest in the life of his daughter. They are growing close, but it's not what it was presented as previously.
Yeah, it's not yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Hang on, I'm just really quickly trying to adjust this because something went wrong. That's right. I had a little misclick. No, yeah, I think we want the 29. 140. That's closest, I think.
I think you're bleeding
Yes,
through
power,
again.
power.
Wendy.
What was that?
I'm just some audio bleed through. Fine, I
Okay.
think now.
Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Sorry. Alright, next is we're on the Warlock, next is the Mariner. Anything else?
I am going to spend my 4th week dealing with the threats to my wife.
Okay.
So Lavana does not deserve this.
Yeah. You send them some threatening letters back or something.
Yeah, send them some threatening letters back. Keep her in a safe space. Where just in case, they can't find her.
Awesome. Faustian, I know you said you wanted to wait.
Yeah.
Alright. I have one last thing, which is I'm going to... What actually was that? Oh yeah, I'm gonna put a mask on someone. Let me figure out what that is.
Mm.
I'm just gonna draw random Major Arcana until I... Ooh, okay, that's fun. Alright. This would be interesting. I have like a name of a character. Well, actually, no. I think I know exactly what I want to do. What's this character's name again? Yes. Okay. Let me just really quickly add their deets. Okay. Alright. Okay, we can keep going while I do this. Necromancer's done. Does anyone have any tokens left? I believe we need to do Hierophant's spell. Or Hierophant and, Actually, do we want to do Faustian's cards, then, do either Hierophant or Faustian's spell? Like, how do we want to do this?
I can do my cards.
Okay, so we'll do Faustian's cards.
Give me 1 second there.
No worries. I guess we might have to save the spells for next time.
Yeah, that might be the better thing to do.
Might be the
Because I was also just looking up Economic Vessel was a spell. So,
yeah.
very quickly going over to my little book of cards. We have 4 cards being revealed here, which, ladies, gentlemen, and distinguished others, is bad.
Yeah.
So, let's start. I have my own little document here of what these cards are, as Google Slides doesn't allow you to do this. So let's reveal Farmers and Craftsmen. The 10 of clubs. Magic openly spreads throughout the community, and covens of witches and occultists spring up across Isha. Create an appropriate consequence for every single other wizard.
Oh,
So there are now witches and cults of magic among the farmers and craftsmen of the world of Isha. I think I'm going to wait on creating those consequences because that's going to take a hot minute.
yeah, you can think about
That might be
that.
a comeback to next session.
I'm gonna
So
start writing down a list of
merchants,
things that are like that.
yeah, merchants and bankers. The 6 of hearts. This would mean. Oh! Sasha, are you there?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I was muted.
Someone has fallen in love with the wizard and refuses to leave him alone, pestering him day and night. So wait, hold on,
Oh,
wait
no.
1 second.
Zap.
1, 6. Yeah, no, I am reading the right one. Pestering him and day and night. Create a consequence for the associated wizard and choose and move plus heart cards to the devil's deck. So I'm actually going to leave this as a question for you, right? Is it more fun to you if this person who has fallen in love with you and is pestering you is the lover that you found, who, to be fair, was actually described as your perfect lover, so maybe is not, the choice here, or some kind of like a new sweetheart who's taken a fancy to you? If
What?
there's no immediate preference, I think maybe it might be a new character.
Yeah, I think that might be better.
Yeah.
What are my consequences here?
That I will let you know when I figure those out. I'm just going through the cards now. So
Yes,
maybe a
that'll
next session
probably
thing.
be between sessions or at the beginning of next one.
Oh, fascinating. So upon the King's Soldiers, to finish us up, we have 2 cards, being the Ace of Diamonds and the 10 of Spades. The Ace of Diamonds says, there's a great deal of wealth and happiness amongst the community, although no one is sure why. Choose and move plus 3 diamonds cards to the Devil's Deck. Oh, that's not good for me.
Awesome.
But that's not too bad. Okay. And the 10 of Spades would tell you, a handsome knight has arrived before the wizard from a faraway land. And this is, by the way, is Neil, Wendy.
Yes.
Warding a grave threat to his safety and offering him his protection. If he accepts, he replaces his current companion caring for his heir with this knight and gains +1 heir as long as the knight serves as his guard. Place this card in the wizard's possession for each. So this is pretty much the exact same way the function of Zephyrus's lover is, but you have a soldier who is protecting you, and they will, if they replace your heir companion, they'll give you +1 heir. If you accept.
Neil will take one look at him, take one look at his red hands, and I think so. On the one hand, like this is hard for me because these are my bros, right? And I don't want to cast out my bros.
Are
But
your
at the
bros
same
on air?
My bros are on air, if I'm not mistaken. My bros are on air. But Alyssa, okay, so I'm gonna check that this is the case actually. But I think it is. Yeah, my soldier who are willing to die on my behalf, which works, right? Like it's logical. And I'm going to and I think but at the same time, right? Like when this happened to Sasha, we discussed the fact that this does not mean that like the daughter is as it does not mean that the daughter is cast out, it also doesn't mean that my bros are no longer my bros, right?
They're just no longer caring for you emotionally in the way they might have once.
Yeah.
They
go back to being a tools. And I think Neil will find that convenient actually to have like one guy to care about rather than like an entire gaggle of people. And the way he will like assure the transition is by essentially having him prove himself by beating every single one of them up to assert dominance. and then they become friends, and everything is fine. Yay!
Yay.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Can you paste his description to me in like text so I can add that to my sheet?
Um, is that everything for the cards? Molly?
Yes, that would be everything for the cards.
Okay. I've written out the things that need to be done. I'm in a lot of discomfort, so we might wrap up this one quicker.
Yeah.
So I've written out things that need to be handled next time for us. So thank you all for watching. Sorry this was a bit of you know. Actually, no, this was a wonderful session. We all had a lot of fun, I think.
It was good.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
fun.
It was a blast.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm apologizing. I'm an over apologizer sometimes. Okay. We will see you all next month for another one of these. Thank you all for watching,
Yippee.
and we're gonna raid someone. Let me see who's streaming. I'm gonna raid Inamaru, who's streaming Raft with my good friend Grief, who I I did a shout out earlier because someone said the word Grief. Inamaru. Go say hi. Go have fun. And yeah, take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye,
Remember,
everyone.
if you don't like what you see, you can change it. It's up to you, really. Goodbye, good luck, and have fun!